What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers. So please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 20 free stocks, Moomoo is going to give you up to 20 free stocks when you open a new Moomoo brokerage account. When you put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 8 free stocks. If you put $1,000 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 20 free stocks. Guys, these are publicly traded companies. There's a link down in the description box of this video. Go click on that Moomoo link. Open up your Moomoo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Well, today, guys, Nvidia closed at $117 a share. Now, if I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago, which was Tuesday, August 27th, it closed at $128 a share. So over the last 2 business days, we've lost almost 10%. Well, not lost, but a decline of the per share stock price of about 10% from 128 to around 117. Now, some of y'all might ask, well, golly, man, how did that happen? Well, yesterday, right, Wednesday, August 28th, Nvidia came out with its Q2 fiscal year 2025 earnings report. Now, that earnings report, they did well, guys. They did 122% year over year revenue growth. They did 174% year over year operating income growth. They did 168% year over year net profit margin growth. And then they did 168% year over year in earnings per share growth. Now, y'all tell me, a company that does that well year over year, how in the world does their stock price tumble by 10% in one day? Well, you can contribute that to your traders who have basically manipulated the stock market, in my opinion. Now, I know some people will disagree with that, and that's okay. The good news for me is this is my YouTube channel, and I offer my opinion. That doesn't mean you got to agree with my opinion, right? My opinion is it's market behavior, market manipulation that caused a 10% tumble in the shares of one of the greatest companies in the last 10 years. That's what it is. Certainly there's no business performance. We know that because I just gave you the numbers. You don't do triple digit growth in pretty much every major financial area of your company without knowing what you're doing. So it's not business performance. So what could have caused the stock price to tumble? Well, it's market behavior and market manipulation. That's what it is. So for me, is this an opportunity to continue buying this stock, buying this company? Yes, but at the right price. So currently right now at 117, it's not a buy for me. It has to be in the $100 per share range. Now, I went on record to say I would like to buy another 8,800 shares of this company's stock, but I won't do that until it's at the right price target. And right now, the right price target for me is gonna be around $100 a share or less. I may even move up to $105, but right now we are a long ways from that. But keep in mind, we've seen this stock price post-split, right, since June 10th. We've seen this stock price run up to 140 and then run all the way down to $90 a share. in the span of like 2 months. So anything's possible, right? Anything's possible, right? It could run crazy upward. It can run crazy downward. It depends on the level of market manipulation and market behavior is what is definitely so volatile with this company. It has nothing to do with the company's business performance, why the stock price is so volatile. It has everything to do with market manipulation and market behavior. So if Wall Street says, hey, we don't believe this company beat our expectations by a big enough number, they won't invest in the company. And you got to understand, guys, 75% of the activity in the stock market is from institutional investors, hedge funds, billionaires. Retail investors make up about 25%. So if 75% of the investors decide, you know something, we're not going to buy this company because we believe the company is overpriced, guess what happens? The price goes down. We need the market, we need these institutional investors to come back in and start buying this company again. When will that happen? I don't know. But that's the reason why the stock price is $117 a share, is because institutional investors, billionaire investors, hedge funds are not buying the company's stock right now. Retail investors alone, in my opinion, won't drive this thing to where we need to drive it. You're going to need 75% of investors to come back in, which are your big boy investors, right? We're going to need that. Well, if you go back and look at the market manipulation and the market behavior that drove the stock price down to $90 a share on August 5th, Black Monday, what happened? August 6th, 7th, 8th, retail investors start buying again. They're thinking, golly, I can get this thing at $90 a share. I can get this thing at less than $100 a share. And I know when we get to earnings on August 28th, this thing is going to go to the moon. Well, that didn't happen. And the reason it didn't happen is because we were set up by the 1%. See, the 1% through market manipulation and market behavior drove the price down to 90, where they scooped it up. And then they started market manipulation, market behavior to drive the price up from retail investors. And that's what happened. So the retail investors come in and then they drive the price up. But all along, big boy investors, hedge funds, institutional investors, billionaires, all along knew they were going to sell out of the stock, and that's what they did. They basically sold out of the stock leading up to the earnings report on Wednesday, and then after the close of the market, normal trading hours closed, the report came out, they further sold off, driving the stock price down to about $115 a share at the low peak, right? And then this morning, the stock opened at around, I believe, around 120, 121, and it seemed like it might have a little comeback rally in it. And then by the end of the day, it ran itself back down to 117. So right now, we're at a point where unless these institutional investors and these hedge funds and these billionaires come in, I don't think there's enough retail investor money to drive this thing where we need to drive it. Now, does that mean it won't go up? It will, because we've had some of the largest financial institutions in America come on record with their price targets. One of them was Bank of America. It increased its price target, I believe, from $150 a share to $165. You had JP Morgan Chase come out and increase their price target from $115 to $155. You had, I believe, Morgan Stanley increase its target price from $144 to like $150. So Wells Fargo came out and increased their target price as well. So you have big time banks and big time financial companies saying, within 12 months, we believe this stock will be this. The question is, it's 12 months. So between now and next year is what they're saying. What do we got left that can be a catalyst for this stock? Well, you got the Fed that could potentially be reducing interest rates on September 18th. So that's a catalyst. You got a jobs report that's coming, I believe, if not Friday, next Friday, which is September 6th. Either this Friday, which is, I don't think it'll be August 30th. I think it'll be September 6th. You'll have the jobs report. Then you'll have the CPI inflation report. So you got some things that the market will be getting, or investors will be seeing, that could potentially be a catalyst, right? In my opinion, the biggest catalyst would be interest rates. But here's the thing with interest rates. It's already 100% priced in that the Fed is going to reduce interest rates. So I don't know how much of a bounce you get when the market has already priced it in at 100% that the rates will be cut. So it won't nobody be surprised is what I'm saying. So I don't know if that will drive up the market as a whole and AKA drive up Nvidia. I don't know. And then you got the elections coming. So you normally in an election cycle, it could go either way. I think what you'll find will happen is, I think the stock and the stock market, when I say the stock market, I'm talking about the S&P and I'm talking about the NASDAQ. We already know the Dow bounced today, right? They're at a fresh all-time high, 41,700 and something points. They hit an fresh all-time high today. But the NASDAQ and the S&P did what? They closed lower. Why? Because your mega caps, Nvidia, all the rest of the semiconductors, AI as a whole is just not doing well right now because your institutional investors, your hedge funds, and your billionaire investors are just not interested in really putting a lot of their financial power behind these companies that are supporting the artificial intelligence ecosystem. They're just not. And until they do, we're not going to see the type of bounce we want to see. Now, eventually we will. I think long term we will. I'm not selling out of any of my positions, guys. I'm going to stay heavy in tech, and I'm going to stay there. And I'm going to stay there. And I'm going to stay there. I'm not selling out of anything. I'm going to keep my 11,200 shares of Nvidia stock. And if it gets down to $100 a share, I'm going to buy another 8,800 shares to get myself to 20,000. I'm not selling out. I'm long-term in this thing. So let me be clear about that. But I'm giving you my opinion why things are where they are and why they're not moving. You need these institutional investors. You need these billionaires. You need these hedge funds to get behind this whole thing. If they don't get behind it and all they want to do is, crush the stock, then it didn't win for a long way. We will have to develop some patience. And I think eventually they will come around. I just think for right now, you got to understand a lot of these hedge funds and these billionaires and these institutional investors made a boatload of money in this company from 2022 to 2024, guys. They made a boatload of money. That's when retail investors didn't really know anything about Nvidia. And I'm one of them that didn't. See, these guys were already in this stock. That's why, Kathy Wood from ARK Invest said, we bailed out of Nvidia because we had already increased our return 100-fold. She said we bailed out and we're chasing something else because we've already been in it. See, a lot of these big boy investors have been in this thing way before retail got in or even knew about the company. Now, some retailers did, but most of us didn't know about Nvidia back in 2019. 2020, we didn't know about them. It wasn't even on our radar. But you got to understand these hedge funds and these billionaires and these institutional investors, they knew about it and they've been in. So they've made their money. They're trying to move on to the next thing unless they're forced to get back in just because the money's so great. And that's what they're not sold on yet. They don't know if the money's going to be that great. They don't know if a company like Nvidia can 10x again, because that means it would be a $30 trillion market cap. And they're saying, we ain't going down that road. but I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to stay down that road, and we'll see. You guys got to figure out what you want to do and what makes sense for you and your family. What makes sense for me and mine, I'm going to stay in this thing for the long haul. I believe in this company. I don't see any business performance issues. So I'm going to stay in it until I see business performance issues. And I will just live with the market manipulation and the market behavior that's driving the stock price down, or it'll drive it up for a little bit, then it drives it down, it'll drive it up. I'm going to have to stay firm and patient unless there's business performance issues. And then at that point, I'll parachute out if that happens. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon based on the information that I've seen and the last 4 or 5 earnings report and what they have forecast for Q3 and Q4, especially with the black whale coming on in Q4. And I think calendar year 25 is going to be strong. And then calendar year 26 will be strong because of Rubin coming out in 26. Plus, we already know these hyperscalers have made a commitment to building out their AI infrastructure. They've made a commitment, right? These data centers and these cloud service providers, they've made a commitment to build out these AI infrastructure, and it's going to cost them. And they're okay with spending the CapEx to build it out. So we know the revenue's there. Plus, we know 55% of revenue from Nvidia comes from non-hyperscalers and non-mega caps, other customers as well. So that makes me feel good as an investor in this great company. Guys, like I said, if you want to get up to 20 free stocks, get down in the description box and click on that Moomoo link. Open up your Moomoo account today. Go get up to 20 free stocks. 8 free stocks when you put $100 in your new brokerage account. 20 free stocks when you put $1,000 in your new brokerage account. Do yourself a favor. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Go get those free stocks. Click on that link down in the description box. Go get that free money. Go get them free stocks. Hey man, do me a big favor. Go over to the website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Check out them digital products that I got for you guys to collapse time frames and get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow faster. And then consider joining the Wealth Builders, the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We got over 1,000 members in there in less than 4.5 months, guys. We want you to check us out. So go to the website, click on the membership button, click on the join button, and join the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Well, thank you guys for stopping by the channel. Do me a big favor, lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.